babies. Alright, so the second part of our walk today. The sun has come out a little bit more, but there's a nice breeze. It's comfortable. We walked up to the road closure. We were obedient and did not go past the barricades, but they are paving the actual road bed. Hopefully they're going to pave the entrance to our road soon and bring us to the end of Detour Hill, because it's been a month now and it's been pretty rough for everybody. But for now, beautiful, beautiful, totally worth the walk. From my house to the top of the road, or at least almost the top of the road, is a 0.5, completely uphill. Back in the day when I was younger, I used to run up and down this road. Literally run, my runner days, no time flat, but those days are behind me, at least for now. But never say never. I'm continuing to heal from my torn meniscus and severely sprained LCL, which thankfully did not need surgery. But I've just finished 2 months of physical therapy. And I graduated today. So at this point, you know, it's on me to make sure I'm staying active, doing my exercises and stretches, and all I can to continue the healing process. I'm not 100% with the LCL, but I am so much better. My range of motion in my right knee went from roughly 90 degrees to 128 as of today. And I can completely straighten my leg out now. So again, I've made tremendous strides, but you know, I have to keep up my work moving forward. So I'm going to do my best to do that. And walking and pushing the girls in the stroller and us having this wonderful time together, because the older I get, the more I realize what a privilege it is. Yeah, this checks all my boxes. I get to be outside in nature on our beautiful little road. I get to be with my girls. They enjoy it. It's excellent mental stimulation for them. My little seniors. Yeah. And of course it's healthy physically, mentally, and emotionally. So anyway, just another pretty day. And again, we appreciate you joining us on our mini walk, our mini part 2, maybe I should say, because the walk is not mini. But our part 2 little mini guided walk with us here with Phoebe and Edna. And again, I'll keep rolling for just another minute as far as the video, because there are some nice little patches of color here. So the gold has popped a little bit on this tree. These down here, as you can see, haven't. They're probably, I mean, I think at least 2 weeks away, although supposedly we have some upper 30s coming for lows next week and cooler days, so we'll see. You know, it's just really hard to predict, or at least for amateurs like myself. I believe this is a dogwood down here. I'm going to show you in just a minute. It's got some really nice classic autumn red, so I'll show that to you momentarily. This tree I'm kind of focusing on right now. The top of the canopy is just now starting to turn gold, but when that thing is fully turned, it is just the most beautiful shade of yellow. A little bit different, you know, from the rusted golds that we see. So we have a little nice bit of red here. I don't feel like my camera's capturing it, but one has turned more than the other. I think both of those are dogwoods, but I'm not 100% sure. I've got to brush up on my tree identification skills. I used to be really good at it when I was about 11 or 12. I belonged to FFA and the Y Club at our school, and in junior high, we did a little walking field trip behind our school, which now that area is probably covered with buildings. It's changed so much. But anyway, but my dad went with me, and we, did a walkabout behind the school, and my dad could identify every tree that we saw. I wish now maybe I had worked a little bit more on that as an adult, but it's never too late. So that's going to be a little project of mine this next year. There used to be another big tree in this area, but the hurricane took it out several years ago. Gosh, kind of near the beginning, almost 30 years ago, near the beginning of my teaching career. Here in Georgia, yes, they do come inland. Sometimes into North Georgia. It's not often, but when they do, it's usually not pretty. Just, a lot of wind and rain, obviously, but we have definitely suffered some pretty severe damage from the hurricanes that come inland over the last 30-something years. Hopefully it looks like maybe we're gonna, knock on wood, escape that this fall, even though there's been a lot of activity in the tropics. So I wanted to continue the walk for just a minute. We're not near our house yet, but just again, another pretty view. It used to be more open when our neighbor Mr. Leroy owned this. He was an humble man, lived in a small mobile home, enjoyed his land, his cattle. He let other people rent his pasture. The people that have built, I call this the Gatsby Mansion, they're actually very nice. I've met them. They love Edna and Phoebe. They used to have dachshunds. They're retired military and teacher, and good folks. But I do miss this being a little bit more open, but at the same time I'm thankful that they did not take this gorgeous property and chop it up into tons of tiny houses. So we're glad they're here. All right, we're gonna stop now, and we're gonna do a separate video because our little pony friends came galloping across the pasture earlier as we came up the hill, because they were excited to see us. So we'll have our next video, which we visit the ponies.